Hello everybody, this is Technoli. I hope everybody's feeling good. I got that shootout video between the i9-9900k and the Ryzen 3900X. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to start here with the i9. I'm going to do Adobe Premiere. I'm going to do Blackmagic disk speed test. I'm going to do Cinebench. I'm going to do Final Cut Pro. I'm going to do Logic. And I'm going to do Geekbench. Let's get started with Geekbench. Okay, here we go. Okay guys, I have to turn off my screen capture software when this is running because it really hurts the scores. So here we go, 1356 and 8294. Okay, let's see what we're up against here. We'll go up here and go to Mac chart. So 1356, so we're over anything in here. This is a iMac 2019 i9-9900k. We're at 1356. This is 1245. So, sorry, Mac. All right, here we go. Okay, 8294 on a multi. So 8294. We're in between that same iMac 27-inch i9 and the Xeon. We're at 8294. So yeah, we're just above a regular iMac i9-9900k. All right, let's get into Cinebench, and I'm gonna start it after I turn off the software. Okay, be right back. Okay guys, we're back, and here it is, 4990. So we're just under this Threadripper. It's a better score than the previous score that I did on this, because I don't have that OBS software running in the background. So there we go, 4990. That's cranking. So let's move on to, let's see here. Let's move on to Blackmagic disk speed test. Okay, now I'm going to test this. This has another NVMe drive in it, so I'm going to run the test on that. Let's see where we're at. Nice. A write speed of 2517, a read speed right at 3000. So how's that? How's that for speed? Beautiful. Okay, let's move on to Logic Pro X. I'm going to go ahead and load up this new benchmark that they have, and this is going to load up to 128 tracks. Okay, so right now what we've got here, guys, let's go up here on track 1. All right, so what we have is a software plugin right here. It's a synthesizer. And then we've got these other plugins. We've got Channel EQ, Multiplier, Chorus, Auto Filter, Plate Reverb, and we've got a limiter on the stereo bus. So right now I've got 50 tracks selected. Now let's go over here, and I want to show the load meters for you guys so you can see where we are. All right, so there we go. So let's go ahead and hit this. Now what I'm running this at, let's see here. We are running 128 samples. Let's take that down to 64. And I'm going to set this to 16 just to make sure everything is applied. 8 cores, 8 threads. It only will support the 8 threads. I don't know why it doesn't support the 16, but it won't. And we'll go ahead and hit it. Let's see where we are. 50 tracks. We can run this all day long. It's not even warmed up yet. And I'm running my little USB Focusrite on this because I don't have a Thunderbolt to test. I wish some company would let me try one out so I could get one, because they're kind of expensive. So here we go, 50 tracks. We're not even at 50%. So let's just jump it up. Let's just go to what, 75 tracks? See if if anything changes. We're still at 64 buffers, right? Okay. I got plenty of headroom. Oh my gosh. Yeah. I would say we're maybe 60% on that. Okay. Let's just peg it. Let's just peg it, all of it. 128 tracks. Okay, 128 software plugins. 128 of all of these plugins for effects, and one on the bus for the limiter. All right, let's see if we can do it. Woo! We got a peg that time, but it's coming back down. We've got no overload. We've got one core here that's sleeping. And look at that. 128 tracks. Nothing is bounced. We're still at 64 buffers. Let's go crazy. Let's take it down to 32 buffers. All right. Let me apply those changes. Okay, let's see if it'll do it. We get our first initial peg. Yeah, oh my God, yeah. It's a little hotter. I mean, there's not much movement there, but it's holding. No, no overload messages, nothing. That's unbelievable. Let me do another one real quick. Let me just take it down to 1024. See if it really changes anything. Like say you're on a mix. Okay, so we'll do 1024. Let's see if that takes a little pain off of it. Still pegged. I don't really notice a difference between the buffers. In fact, yeah, I would say it's hotter. It might be even hotter. But there you go, guys. Logic Pro. 128 tracks, i9-9900k. Very interesting. All right, let's go out of here. Don't save it. And let's go to our Adobe Premiere. Now, what I've got here, I've got one of my videos that I did just the other day. I think it's on the Nook. Yeah, it's on that little Nook 8. And what I'm going to do is show you guys the render on it. Now, I'm no guru when it comes to, you know, Adobe Premiere or any of these things. You know, I just do, you know, my little video. So I'm no pro. So forgive me about that. If there's something in particular that you want me to test with Premiere or you know, Final Cut Pro, you know, let me know what the test is, because I really don't know these programs that well. So let's see here. Here's the Nook. Here it is. Okay, so I'm going to open that project up. Now, right now I'm running, this whole project is running on an external mechanical drive. Okay, so take that into consideration. If you put all of your files onto an internal NVMe, then this is even going to be faster, I'm sure. But I was so impressed with this because I have an iMac 2013, 32 gigs of RAM, and an i7, and this render, which is not even 4K, this is like 2K, almost 3K, 2.7, and this render took an hour and a couple of minutes to do on that computer. So here we go. I haven't even tested this yet. This is that video, and let's go up here and, you know, here it is, by the way. Just scrub across here a little bit so you guys can see. And that's at full. I've got that on full right now. Okay, but what shocked me is the amount of time it took to render. Let me show you. So go down here and we'll save it. And I'm going to save it to the desktop. That way we're going to the NVMe. So we'll just call this test i9 and save. And let's see what the time is going to be for this. Now I'm still running OBS software in the background, so it's going to hurt it a little bit. Let's go. Okay, so it says 19 minutes. So how's that? From an hour to 19 minutes to render this video, which this video is about almost 50 minutes long. So it's kind of a long video, but 19 minutes, that's remarkable. And so that's what I've done. I'm now switching my computer because I can no longer use that iMac. It's just too slow. All right, let's move on. So 19 minutes. All right, cancel that. Let's go out of here. Let's go to Final Cut Pro. Okay, so now I've got that Bruce X test that a lot of people use. Like I said, guys, I'm no professional when it comes to these editing software. I'm just trying to give you, you know, the benchmark on it best I can. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab a stopwatch. Yeah. And let me put it over here. The problem is to getting to this quick enough, because when you do this render, the screen pops up so quick that it's hard for me to get to this stopwatch quick enough to stop it. But we'll do the best we can. So anywho, let's go right here to Master File and Settings. Everybody seems to set it to Apple ProRes 422 and 5120 by 2700. So when I click Next, then I got to come over here and click Start. Okay? And oh, also real quick, I'm going to turn this on for you guys so you can see the movement. All right. Boom. And boom. And save and click. All right. So there it goes. 9%, 27%, 35%, 41%, 53%. We're running OBS in the background. Okay. Ugh, it was like 12 seconds. What do you think? I think it's really impressive that we've got a computer here that's what, about $1,300 that will do these kind of benchmarks and give you pro results and save you literally thousands of dollars from like buying an iMac Pro or the new Mac Pro. Forget about that, $6,000 for the base model. So let's go ahead and let's check out what the Ryzen's doing. Okay guys, so now I'm on the Ryzen. Let me show you. So of course it doesn't come up as a Ryzen, just comes up with the 3.8 gigahertz. I got 32 gigs of RAM, just like the other one, and I got the 5700 XT, just like the i9. Okay, let's do Geekbench, and I'm going to go ahead and stop the screen capture software so I don't get into any issues with that. Okay, be right back. I don't think you i9 guys want to see this score. This is crazy. Okay, let's check it out. I know we're way above anything that Apple makes as far as these go. I don't know why they don't have a Mac Pro on here. Well, yeah, it is right here, Mac Pro. There's a Mac Pro, 1121. We're at 1304. Let's go to the multis. Okay, so we're at 11178. So right here, iMac Pro, late 2017. This is a Xeon with 14 cores. We're just in between these two. That's amazing. That is, wow. Okay, let's move on. Let's go to Cinebench. Okay, same thing here. I'm going to click it after I turn off the screen capture card. Okay, I'll be right back. Wow. Okay. So we are at 7358. On the i9, it was 4990. 12 cores, 24 threads, 3.8. Unbelievable. Wow. Okay. Let's move on, guys. Let's see here. We've got to go ahead and get... We did those. So let's jump into Logic Pro. Have you guys been waiting for me to do this Logic Pro or what? Now I've got my little Focusrite USB audio interface plugged in. So same one we used on the i9. And let's see what we can do. All right, so let's go here and let's get out our load meters. Now, you guys remember on the i9, it only shows 8 cores and 8 threads, so a total of 16. This is 24. So it picks up all the cores. I'm going to run the buffer size the same, okay? So let's do the same thing. Let's start with 50 tracks. All right, here we go. Oh my God. What is that, like 30%? Nothing. It doesn't even know it's doing anything. The CPU fan is just spinning at a normal speed. It's not going crazy or ramping up. We'll listen for that when we get to more tracks. All right, so what, about 30%? Still at 64 buffers. I'm just going to jump to 100 tracks because I don't think we're going to have any problems at all. Okay, turn them on. Okay, so we got 100 tracks, 100 VST instruments, 100 channel EQs, 100 multipliers, 100 chorus, 100 autofilter, 100 plate reverb, and 1 limiter. All right, let's hit it. Or like 50%. Okay, the fan's spinning up a little bit. You know, that's the only thing. I got to tell you guys something. The fan on these, I'm going to put the microphone up to it. You hear it? And this is the stock huge cooler that comes with this processor. And I'm not impressed with that at all. I don't know if the Noctua 15 would be better. I almost think you got to use water cool on this if you want it to be quiet, because if you were in a studio right now and that fan kicked on like that, and you know, that's going to be annoying. You're not going to like it. So, and that's just, there's no fan spinning on the GPU at all. That's all from the CPU fan. All right, let's just crank it up all the way, 128 tracks. Now remember on the i9, we were pretty much pegging everything on the i9. Okay, my fan just settled back down. All right, so here, let's go ahead and rewind it and hit it. Okay, so that's what, about 75%? So this thing could probably do 200 tracks without any issues? That's unbelievable. $1,200 computer, $1,200, and we can do all of this. I gotta say it, so far this is killing the i9. And everybody always asks me, and I have to be honest with you, everybody always asks me, hey, is there any issues with the Ryzen? Like, is it unstable? Is it, you know, does it reboot automatically? Does it crash? And guys, I have to be honest with you, every test that I've run on any Ryzen I've done, I haven't had any stability issues except sleep. Sleep, we cannot get to work. Many of us in the Hackintosh world cannot get sleep to work on these yet. So I can't tell you that, you know, Intel is more stable than, you know, the Ryzen. You know, Apple products are not made off of a Ryzen architecture. They're made off of Intel architecture. So you would think the Intel would be super stable, which it is. But I'm not having any problems with Ryzen. And especially with this open core setup. And then you guys are going to ask me, well, what about Final Cut Pro and Adobe Premiere? Are they going to have issues? And I haven't, but I'm not a pro user. Okay, let me get into Adobe. All right, so let's get into Adobe Premiere. I'm going to crank it up here. And I'm running OBS software in the background. Okay, so let me go to my external drive here. And we'll grab this thing real quick. Okay, we're still pulling from the external mechanical drive. Okay, now, so here we are. We've got the same video, of course. We've got the resolution here set to full. And it's, of course, smooth as glass. Let me get into something that moves here. There we go. So, you can scrub through this very easily. No biggie. Okay, so let's go over here and let's do the export. And we're going to export it to my desktop. And I'm going to call it test. Test 3900. All right. So save, and let's see how long this is going to take. Okay. Wow. Oh, 24 minutes. 25 minutes. 25 minutes, and the i9 is 19 minutes? That didn't even make sense. I thought this Ryzen would kill it, like it did with Logic. Wow. Different architecture. The fans are spinning pretty good, the CPU fan, and occasionally the GPU fans come on. So it's giving it a little workout. 26 minutes remaining. That is crazy. You know, I did this render on my Ryzen 5 3600, and the render time was 28 minutes. So I don't understand here. This is a 3900. And it's about the same amount of time to render this? Maybe you guys can explain it to me. I don't know I don't know why it would take this long. Okay, let's get into Final Cut. Go out of here. All right, let's load up Final Cut. We'll do that same test. There it is. Let me get a stopwatch here. Okay. All right, there's a stopwatch. So we'll pull this down so you guys can see the share, and we'll click here, and we're going to do the same setting on the Apple ProRes 422 and 5120 by 2700. Click Next. Click Save, and then I'm going to jump over here and hit it. All right. 3%, 7, 11, 19, 25, 53, 63. Okay, getting ready. Watch it over here, guys. 14 seconds. 14 seconds. Of course, I didn't get to it, but I saw it. 14 seconds. That's crazy. The i9-9900k is better with graphics programs, it looks like, than this Ryzen 3900X. Wow. That is shocking to me, really. I thought the Ryzen would kill it, but no way. 14 seconds to 12 seconds. Now that's not huge. 2 seconds. But I figured with more cores and more threads and everything that it would be faster, but it's not. But on the audio, on the Logic Pro, it kills the i9. So I hope this helps you make your decision of what system you want to go with. Obviously, there's a big difference. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. And I'm going to do something else. I don't care about the build on this particular hard drive because I'm going to be erasing it anyways. And guess what came out? The new version of Catalina 10.15.4 update. So I'm going to try to do the update, and then at the end of this video, we're going to come back and see if it was successful. Remember, this is an open core build, so it's supposed to be better for those types of things. So I'll come back and give you the results. All right, guys, be right back. Okay, guys, I got some good news and I got some bad news. The update was a complete fail. As you can see, it's still available. My recommendation right now, until I do some research with OpenCore, is don't do it. It really did mess up. You know all the text in the beginning before you select your hard drive that you want to boot from, that everybody wants to get rid of? Well, that is like 3 times longer after I tried this update. But the good news is it didn't completely destroy my drive and I'm back up, but it takes forever to load because you got all of this text that goes through. And guys, I'm not a programmer, so I don't know what all that is. It's machine language, and it makes, you know, the software talk to the hardware and everything else. So I'm surprised that it even booted back up after waiting for that text to go through, and then I finally got to where I could select my hard drive, and it booted back in right here to the screen. So don't do any updates. And I've always told you, if you're going to try an update, clone your hard drive before you do it or try it, because this kind of thing can happen. Like I said, I'm erasing this drive, so I don't care. But if this was my working computer and I spent all that time getting it together to work and everything was wonderful, and then I, messed it up like this, I'd be very unhappy. So be careful, guys. Don't do updates. You're always better to just, if you have to do an update, if you're going from like Mojave to Catalina, you got to start over fresh, okay? Thanks so much, guys, for watching. I really appreciate it. Keep liking and subscribing. You're really helping my channel out a lot. And we're going to see you on the next video. I think I've got one coming out tomorrow you're going to like a lot. All right, guys, take care.